but Navi still looking extremely strong. And I think this may set a bit of a tone for the rest of this match, as I'm expecting some more very close sets for this entire series.
Yeah, you speak for both of us there when you're expecting some really, really close games and sets too. This 1-1 coming off the start is very, very close. And, Navi scoring those two very early goals across both the matches. They just weren't able to get control of that ball after the first one and corner it as well as they did in the last one, as the mirror comp did seem to be a bit more in Clash's favour. So maybe they've got to try and think something up, or just apparently go the same and hope for the best yet again.
All right, interesting. Trevor and Jason gonna be battling it out in the middle, but Trevor is gonna get tagged twice. MMA can't quite get the finish just yet, but still a strong push. MMA falls with the ball, and that's gonna end that push for Navi as Clash successfully defend this one off. Yeah, gonna get tagged up once more. Trevor, I don't know if he's aware of the trap. His movements seem to indicate that he might be. He's gonna get tagged up, gets hit by the trap too, but will stay alive. MMA going for the dash in. This is good. MMA passing forward. BBGs is able to catch it. That's gonna be a quick goal from Navi. Navi, they've been so good at opening up that defense from Clash. This is so impressive on their end.
Yep, you just saw MMA being able to slot that ball through to BBGs, and yeah, again, a good pickup from BBGs on the surge lane. We saw it earlier, and we see it again now, how good he is at this brawler. And it really is coming through prominently now. MMA just soaking up those shots, and an amazing jump from BBGs and Guille, and the ball goes in, and Navi take the first set against AT.
Sí, es un poco tarde anoche, es un poco tarde.
Man, taking a set against Clash.
Creo que Benito el TTC, no sé por qué cuando pongo la otra pantalla se deja de ver.
Game mode from Clash. That's absolutely wild. Great start from Navi as they start things off with a nice 1-0 lead in sets. This does mean that we are going to be moving on to our second set. That's going to be some gem grab action. Is it double switch?
Muchas gracias, Bredon. Saco eso. ¿Lo ganaste del evento?
Available. This is going to be an interesting one for sure.
Muchas gracias, Bray.
That's what we saw earlier, and I will repeat what I said in that final game when I thought Minecart Madness was double swoosh. Navi really didn't seem to have too much of an understanding of comps, and the only reason they really won this set against the team they played before was because they were just able to, outskill them so heavily. And I mean, Clash not going to be playing the same, and they're not going to leave the Tara versus Pro lane with the support from beyond coming in. It's just not doable for Clash at the level they play at. And on the other side of things, just not going to feed the pipe if they need to take that brawler. As again, you might see Clash doing something similar.
Upa. Puede empezar a conectar más temprano, más seguido.
Very much possible. We'll find out soon enough. Man, this is such a tough
No sé por qué me saca. Ah, bueno. Me saca. Me saca la pantalla, no sé por qué. Es por el momento que se ve todo negro. No entiendo por qué se ve todo negro.
This is about consistency, and in this case, it's an individual match, so it's really hard to just know how things are going to go down, because there are going to be outliers, which I would still consider world-wise, be a bit of an outlier performance from Clash. We see them dropping a set. I wouldn't expect them to drop a global set like this against Navi, but Gem Grab could be completely different. It could be a turnaround, it could be more of the same. And Navi, they're going to try to close this one out as quick as they can, not leave the chance for Clash to warm up and get comfortable into this match.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. They do need to try and get another set on the cards right now. Otherwise, Clash get this one, it's going to be evening out the momentum and putting it in Clash's favor a little bit as well. Winning the most recent set always seems to have, the upper hand in terms of mind games and stuff like that. And, you really do need to kick this set off with a win if you are Navi.
Gracias, Bray. ¿Cuántas cosas? ¿Cuándo se va Facharito?
Any comp that Clash decides
to
play.
Todo se va.
Maybe like a slightly high.
No sé por qué se ve todo negro.
I really do expect to see a max in mid or something like that with a Tara. And hopefully it'll bode a bit better than the team that Navi faced.
Obviously, since it's an option we might be seeing on one of the lanes. Tara still a very solid choice as well. Crow is a decent option, but I would not play on the lane of the Tara. I think Amber deals much better because you can actually, instead of going for a Tara mirror matchup, you can go for an Amber against a Tara and then play Tara on the other side, which is, I think, probably the best approach. And then mid, You can probably go for Bell or Max, as you suggested earlier. I feel like there's not a ton of options mid for
Sí,
Brawlers.
lo disimulo un poco con las gafas
Being
facheras.
played was the Gene ban, but the Sprout seems a bit risky, especially when you have stuff like Tara being very viable on this map that can just pull you out of nowhere, and then suddenly you're dropping all those gems.
Yeah, I will say, now you've mentioned the belt is in play, Piper might be a bit more viable just because, the breaking up the map, it really does benefit Belt's range a lot more too. So, yeah, that's a really, really good shout from you as well. And then, you've got to be looking to play the Piper alongside a Bell, and, maybe we can even see the Crow because of that opening up of the map with the slowing toxin. But I'd still really, really like to see a Tara over that left-hand side in comparison.
Es por el momento que se ve todo negro, Gray, puede ser.
You can just get a lot of pressure if that grass does stay up.
Yeah, something that I'm just thinking about right now, because there's a couple of walls, but they're kind of lined up. I feel like, oddly enough, something like a Colt could actually kind of work, because there are some pretty open lanes, and with the Silver Bullet, you can just remove a couple of extra walls, and then suddenly it's a pretty open field. I don't know. I mean, obviously, that meta of Colt destroying an entire map, like we've seen on Dueling Beetles, on Split, on GG Mortuary, it wasn't there when Double Swoosh was a competitive map.
No te junta.
That could be a strategy that we
No te
see
pide
coming up at some point,
cuando
if
entras a
not today, later
lanzar
on
conjuro, no te pide que
the journey
verifiques
of
el número
Double
de
Swoosh
teléfono.
back in
A mí me pidió
competitive,
verificar el número de
it
teléfono
does
hace
seem like
poco,
one of the maps
el
that
otro
could
día.
really work out.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I mean, Colt can be very viable to break up this map, and a lot of other brawlers that do so can as well over time. With more supers that can break up the map. It's really, really strong on that kind of front. Breaking up the map, opening it up for the Piper and the Bell, as we've said before, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see what they decide to go for here. I'm expecting some slightly more traditional stuff, they don't necessarily want to take any big risks here in the grand finals.
Acá son las 5,
of
5 y
course,
18.
well,
Esas son
you
3 y
never
18.
know. They could go for anything.
Yo
We've
también
seen the
estaría duro.
craziest stuff happen.
Quisiera estar
I think
durmiendo,
it
pero
was
bueno,
Clash,
digo, vamos a
right,
ver
that
qué
dropped the
onda.
Piper in the
¿Qué onda esto?
quarterfinals, I believe, on this map. So it could have been another team, let's be completely honest, but that's what I believe from my memory, at least. So yeah, maybe we get to see some of that again. Maybe we have something wildly different. I mean, I think Sprout mid is pretty strong, but with Bell available, I feel like Bell might just be a bit superior, and Max is pretty strong too. So I don't know. I'm not expecting Sprout, but who knows, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it from Navi. I think it was the Piper and the Sprout synergized together. But, that's just, when you're thinking about synergizing a comp, you don't think, Piper who can break and Sprout who benefits off walls. You've got to try and think of something outside the box that really does work well together. Such as, I'm not saying you can play, obviously, but the Max and Gene, it synergizes so well. And you've got to kind of think two balls who work well together, and a wall break and a wall creator just don't.
All right. Well, just to keep things transparent with you, it seems like they did start to play before they, warned us that they were starting, which did mean that we didn't get to watch the first game. So it's going to be replayed. So it's backed to 0-0 in Jam Grab. It does mean that potentially they kind of discovered each other's comps. So maybe we'll have a mirror matchup that wasn't there in the the Phantom, the Ghost game that didn't technically happen, but it does reveal comms, right? So they might maybe go for a mirror matchup because of that, because they know what the opponents played. So that could be interesting for sure. And there seems to be also a player swap. I don't think there's a sub in Navi, so I'm guessing it's for the side of AC9 Clash, as we know they have 4 players.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I don't think there's any replacements for Navi unless they've brought someone on just for this tournament. So you're probably going to be looking at a sub from Clash. You got a very, very capable 4-man team, so you're not really looking at anybody drastically hurting the team or, from being subbed in and out. Very, very strong all-round team. So, yeah, maybe just see if if there's a better person to play a certain brawler that we're trying to play, that might be the only call they've made, or just a really strong gem grab player.
Yeah, they're bringing in the Trevor for the Rosa.
Vaya nomás por ahí, vaya, no,
honestly,
un rato cuando pueda.
I think it's such a good asset to have a fourth player, and that
No puedo
every
sacar el
single
coso
player in the
este, no
team
sé qué onda.
is a super
No
strong
sé qué
player,
onda.
because that means that, as you said, you can just play out of the versus and try to, like, you know, see who can fit in and what comp can work, because you just have some more room to work with your comps.
¿De
You
qué
don't have
trabaja
that
por ahí?
weird situation where you just have to make
Creo que te me habías dicho,
compromises
pero
and
por
say,
lo que
like,
te pregunto no
okay,
me acuerdo.
you are gonna have to play that brawler. I know you don't love it, but it's the best for the comp, since I can only play this brawler, and therefore, like, it just gets super complicated. And with 4 players, you can kind of have an easier time with that stuff, and just make sure that, you know, you always have players that are playing brawlers they are super good with. And yeah, that's one of the big reasons why 4 players is a nice move for a team. Well, we'll see once we get in game what actually happens, and, you know, if maybe that explains a bit of the decision, or, you know, maybe one of the players were just there, like, okay, it's 10:30 p.m. for me, time to go to bed. But I doubt it. I think it's probably just, you know, a strategical reason.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing Trevor be on, you know, the bench quite a lot during the actual Brawl Stars Championship stuff, but he does come off and play a lot of the Community League stuff. Here we are going into our game now. Trevor is going to be staying in and playing Sandy. What is happening here? It's very questionable.
Is there a banned brawler pick or something?
I can't see the brawlers, so I couldn't tell you. They're in the corner. Sprout, Tara.
What is going on here?
No sé qué está pasando.
No clue.
I think I might know.
No sé qué estrategia están usando.
Because they played a game that wasn't counted, right? But I think they're throwing, so they still get the win because they feel like they deserve the win. Does that make any sense? Is that what's happening? Maybe not, but I feel like that's probably what happened. Because there's no
this is a
banned
very
brawler.
entertaining match. Yeah, it's a very entertaining match.
It's interesting. I was not expecting Trevor to just walk through the map. I wasn't ready for it. Well, this does look like Navi are going to be picking up the first game here. Yeah, I mean, I do want to appreciate the fair play from Clash for, you know, admitting that they did lose that game that technically didn't happen, and owning up for it. So you love some good sportsmanship.
Yeah, do love to see it from Clash. Very well sportsmanized. I'll create a word there. But yeah, honestly, respectable from Clash. Really nice of them to do that for Navi, and obviously being on the back foot as well.
Parece que hubo un problema.
A team like that does that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, we have to keep into account as well.
Cualquiera ese punto, no sé si hicieron nada. No sé si llegaste a ver algo.
Good friends, or at least, like, you know, it's a limited scene, right? At the top of the top, there's not 1,000 teams. If you can be on good terms with people and be a good sportsman, then
no me está tomando bien, no sé por qué, no me toma bien la ventana que tiene que capturar esto.
That does mean that Navi
Y se cambia de ventana y queda todo negro, no sé por qué.
Gem grab, and since they already picked up the first set, and as you said, they're already on the back foot here, Clash, it is going to make things a bit more scary.
Punto,
Navi, they might as well just run away with this one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely so. You know, having that one game lead is really, really
Recién
strong.
Jugaron un punto después muy raro. Se quedaron todos quietos abajo, dando vueltas sin hacer nada. Parece que están con algún problema algo. Y
definitely in a very good position for them, and don't know if they're going to be playing the same
dieron
comps
el
again,
punto a Navi.
or if they're going to be swapping something up. So, you know, the counter comp could still come in very hard from Navi or Clash, depending on how they feel about that game.
All right, well, moving on, we have some slightly different comps
ahora sí
here.
una
I think the
joven.
Ember
Vamos a verlo.
is new.
Ahí está Guille, mira.
The
Ahí está
rest
Guille.
seems to be pretty
¿Qué le pensé que le iba
similar,
a tener Guille allá?
Jason taking a lot of early damage, but he does manage to steal away those 2 gems. MMA doesn't quite go down, will get pinched by Trevor though, so Guille is able to pick up the kill, but gets traded out, and Jason is just able to get a couple more gems in the process.
Yep, picking up those gems that Trevor did drop by going a bit aggressive on BBGs. Support from beyond coming in, but on the other side of things, Guille connecting that super. Didn't get too much value back from it, I will say, I don't think. Navi with a little dash away there, and he really can't do too much with that at all, because, you know, he's got the speed, but the positioning is just not there, and the Amber comes through, keeping him at that HP for a little bit longer. Counter pull from BBGs, keeping MMA up for a little bit longer, and Trevor is on the low side of things now as support from beyond comes in.
Ah, ese Guille, el verdadero Guille.
Yeah, 7 gems already on Jason. Trevor gonna be picking up his second right now, so still quite an
Es el
advantageous
verdadero
position.
Guille nuestro el trucho.
For Na'Vi, MMA low HP does get another tag off Trevor before going down. BBGs, I don't think he intended to pick up those gems. I think he just wanted to get a bit of a peek, but he picks them up nevertheless. Pool connects there, nice stuff from Guy. He's able to run away with a couple of gems. He's gonna get pulled himself. He goes down, but Clash are able to retrieve quite a couple of gems out of that situation. That's going to be 8 on them. Still a couple on the floor. Trevor getting chased, but doesn't quite go down. And BBGs is trying to go for the pinch gear, getting a nice pull down. It's such a chaotic and messy fight, but it is Clash to get to 9 gems here. Only one more to start that countdown.
No, pero después el punto este si puedo habilitar el TTS.
Not going to go for it just yet as MMA is still there putting some pressure on. Jason at 1k HP now going to be in a very tough position to push up, and Guy picking up another super. Going to be next to impossible for them to come back from this, but a good flying hook up from MMA, amounting to nothing, however, and that is going to be Clash taking this game.
All right.
Well, muy bien. Well, muy bien.
Things up in this set. It was a really convincing game from Na'Vi until we had some insane pulls from Guy, and then everything just activated for Clash to start picking up kills left and right and close out that game. It's all tied up in gem grab. Still the set lead in favor of Na'Vi. So a big game here ahead of us, because, you know, Clash, if they pick this one up, we're 1-1, we're all even. We forget about, you know, what happened in Pro Bowl, and we move on to Bounty with a nice reset. But if it goes the other way around, if Na'Vi win this one, then suddenly it's a whole different story. 2-0 in sets, and they're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, Clash with the possibility of taking this one here, and I must say, I kind of am still liking their chances of doing so, as that was a very convincing game and a nice comeback when they did.
Aquí no sé si repitieron el primer punto, creo que lo repitieron el primer punto porque fue cualquiera.
Quite unlikely in this current meta. Pam used to be very, very good here, but nowadays it kind of just feeds the Tara quite a lot on this left-hand side, and you're seeing that right now as Guille pushing up the map very aggressively. Good pinch coming in from Jason.
Pero el otro es Guille, no es de Guille. Se puede llamar Guille también, ojo.
BBGs amounting to quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Chaos able to clear up the right lane, and he's going to get a bit of a more aggressive position, but Jason is there. He's going to get chased, but still picks up the kill onto Chaos. Jason playing very aggressive, considering there's so many people around the middle area. He'll survive and keep getting some more gems, and MMA in a pretty nice position with his healing station as well. The pull is available on BBGs. We'll see how that all comes to play. MMA surviving for so long will end up going down, but still a nice gem lead. And look at that, BBGs. He might even find Trevor next. He will certainly do just about that. Akel's trying to scout BBGs in the bush, but he's not able to survive the run here, BBGs.
Yep, pull coming in now from
muy bien,
Guille. Aggressive positioning though, and that is not good for him at all. Almost falls down. BBG's with super in hand, going to probably save it for the next round. I was going to say pull Chaos then, but he didn't opt to go for it. Aggressive healing up from MMA. The wall is not covering that at all, so Trevor is going to get some easy shots on it alongside Trevor, but shots coming from BBG's super again. Seems like just winning this side could really affect the game, and I don't know why he's not just doing just that.
Se lo come, lo queme. Es falta que lo nombre para quemarlo.
Coming in and picking up the kill.
MMA.
Wow. What a play that is, and he is going to be going down, but Jason is there to pick up the gems and recover.
Y a correr, señores, a correr.
Oh my, I think we have a bit more of the Castrokers, don't we, Trav?
Los equipos son muy parecidos, ¿no? Cambia solamente el Amber,
like 10 seconds ago, like, I don't
por el que
think
tiene
that is the
MMA.
best idea here on this map in the current meta, and then instantly pop off from MMA. You love to see it now.
Los equipos son iguales.
Going to be picking up this game, and therefore this set.
Sí, lo usan muy bien, muy bien.
Things are starting to look a bit scary here for Clash. Honestly, this is not really something you expect from them. I think they were, you know, pretty good favorites to win the entire thing. It looks like they might lose here in the finals. It's not over just yet. They still got a couple. They got one more set to work through, right? Because if they lose this set, it's over. But it could be a comeback story. Now, it's not particularly the most amazing game modes for game modes 4 and 5 for Clash. So I'm curious to see how that all goes down, but Bounty certainly is one of their better game modes. So we'll see if Clash are able to clutch up and stay in this match, or if Navi will close it down with this set.
Agregamos el browsito ahí. Se ha ido el browsito, no sé si lo encuentran. Se ha ido.
Clash, obviously, as you said, really good at Bounty too. You know, it's really going to come down to whoever's got the better comps in this one, because I don't think we can really separate these two teams in terms of skill they're showing on the day right now.
Arreglo, ¿no? Ya no se ve más negro.
You know, a lot of kills have been made from Clash, but you know, Jason's just able to swoop in and get so many gems there at different points in the match. Just being able to pick up those singular gems is such a good skill to have, and just get out
muchas gracias, Eric, por el cañonazo.
Going on into Bounty now, it's going to be Shooting Star, and I must say,
ahora sí se ve negro. ¿Qué onda? No sé por qué se cambia así.
Yeah, we will see how this one goes down. Jason is quite an insane piper as well.
Cambiaron totalmente cómo cambia el equipo. Y repiten los personajes increíbles. Lo tienen todo tan estudiado. Todo tan estudiado.
Yep, both Pipers going to be facing off against a Nani, which is really not a favorable matchup they want, but on the opposing sides, obviously Navi have got the good matchups, so it kind of evens it out. And it's clear to see that Chaos has taken advantage of his lane a bit more than MMA on that side. BBG's one shot now.
Sí,
that shot just missing.
Hace que técnica
guaranteed onto the
quiere usar.
From MMA here. Homemade recipe going to be
Supongo que el nivel que tienen en esa cosa no puede fallar. ¿Cómo anda? Estaba el torneo este de Brawl. Busqué una que está en la skin de Jason. Muy bueno. De Penny no, ay, se fue. Así que bueno, vamos a transmitir el torneo. Ya que esto empezó con Brawl, digo, estaría bueno ver, aunque sea la final. Esta es la final. Hay que ser el campeón de Trovo.
Chaos still sitting on 4 stars. It's kind of weird to see them with the lead, with only 4 stars over Chaos's head on his own. He's going to be taken out to Navi with that head. No assistance coming in from his team. And that has really just flipped the balance.
Campeón del torneo de Titans de Trovo. O sea, el campeón de Brawls del torneo de Trovo. Acá sale el equipo picante, el que más... El que es más mejor, diríamos.
I think that Jason homemade recipe at the moment the Dickhead was arriving, and the shot went around the Dickhead, so he didn't have enough ammo to take it down. Oh, a bit of a double sniper clash, looking good. They are going to pick up this game and have a bit of a second life in this match, but they still need some more to come back into this one.
Yeah, full of Milan.
You know, Navi was showing some really good signs of life in to the back end of that game there, and you've got to be looking towards them to be able to put something comparable of a show to that on in the next game. And you know, if they can secure these kills and not
towards the end of the game
and put some pressure on their team to
get Trovo,
then I think they might be able to take this one as, you know, there was really good showing.
Estuvieron jugando tan de temprano, haciéndola, no sé bien de qué hora.
Shouldn't really be shooting towards
y ahora están intensa la final.
When that is the case. And they look
no
like
sé bien cómo van
en
en la tabla general. Me tendré que ver ahora cuando lo pongan.
Let's see how that goes down. The Knot is able to pick up the first kill onto Jason. Chaos gonna get returned to sender, but will stay alive and survive.
No, sí, ese es el resultado de cómo va la partida actual. O sea, de este modo de juego. Pero ya jugaron al de fútbol y jugaron a atrapagemas. En este modo va ganando Navi 2-0. El que llega a 3 es el mejor de 3. ¿O el que llega a 3 o el mejor de 3? Creo que el que llega a 3.
Good attempt to do so, and this is looking
el que llega a 3 lo gana.
If they want to do it, and it has to be at that. 6-1 now as Lenane hits another snipe. 4 stars over his head and 3 over Guille's. Going to be looking very good for them heading into this, but they've got to be a bit more passive than they were the last game, because they did lose the lead quite heavily in the last game just by some overconfidence in terms of aggression.
Yeah, the lead just keeps widening up here. Return to sender on both Nanis, and that's going to be Chaos taking down MMA. A bit of a ridiculous interaction. I'm never too sure if, you know, as a Nani, if someone sends a peep to you, should you like pop the return to sender and hope that for some reason he doesn't, or should you just like tank it like a man and go down? Just seems like a bit of a waste of the
corto un rato. Voy a cortar un rato y después lo de siempre. Ahora hice como un especial. Un especial para la final. A ver quién es más picante.
You know, it's eventually being picked up now by MMA, but too little too late, I think, by the looks of things, as Chaos has got his 2, and it looks like he has put his out first. So the knockback, the kill coming on to MMA too, but the head might finish Chaos off. It doesn't. 6-14 now as 2 of the other pickups have been made. And it's looking like it's going to go to the favor of Clash. And that's a really nice pickup to have in this set. Otherwise, they'd be out for the count.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a tough matchup for Clash so far, but they do manage to pick up their first.
La verdad que no sé qué jugar ahí. Hay que empezar a jugar
still in favor of Navi.
Minecraft.
So I think this is the moment where they need to really capitalize on that set lead. I don't think they want to let it go to set number 5, because that's when things start to get a bit more tedious, a bit more complicated. And where, you know,
antes te dije un lío, porque hay que organizarlo bien. Ve, mira, van 2-1, 2-1 Navi. Queda uno más.
I think that Navi, they want to be really careful with this one and try to just close it out safely in a hot zone before it gets a bit desperate in heist, and that, you know, momentum and morale is just going all over the place.
Hay que ver si ahora van a...
Yeah, you know, Navi might be getting a taste of
zona
what
caliente,
they
creo
did
que
to
era.
Escobar in the previous round. The start of a reverse.
Claro, es mejor 3. Ahora pasan al siguiente modo. Si ganaba Navi, me parece que ya ganaban.
And that is going to all depend on whether Navi can win hot zone and heist.
Sí, está bien, es el mejor de 3, sí.
Looking at the comp for Clash, it's looking very, very good. Just looking at their comp.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Uf, lo que me dio un surge.
Lu has been such a good
increíble cómo se repiten los brawls.
The surge, though, the TP doesn't quite
increíble.
work out as intended.
2 surge, 2 low, y no sé si hay 2. Son exactamente los mismos equipos, exactamente. Tienen todo muy estudiado. Saben qué brawl hay que usar en qué mapa, cómo combinarlo en equipo.
The same thing happens to Jason and having to retreat. Chaos over that side, MMA going to be leveling up nice and early on into the spawn here. Chaos walking out of that bush, going to be allowing 2 shots to come in from MMA and the takedown as well. Good TP, making that mid all in Navi's favor. And the percentage starts to tick away, regardless of the fact that he has been hit by that mine.
Good stuff from Navi, though, still with double the percentages captured. So they're looking to keep that control. Jason, he wanted to hit those shots really badly because they would have gotten some nice bounces.
Claro, sí, como
he's a bit aggressive, is going to get punished for it. He looking for Jason, but he's going to pump that 4th stage first. Doesn't quite get any connections, and Clash are catching up
tal cual, son mucho más preparados y no tirar por tirar.
Yep. Both the mine and Jason going to be connecting to Guille at the same time, taking him down there in Chaos now, looking to do this all on his own. Navi getting the lead back in their favor, and BBG's with some phenomenal positioning over this right-hand side. Now, Guille just looking to jump over a couple of their shots and see where he is. Good super being provided, though, by the Lu. And a good juke on that shot from MMA as well as the super. And again, he's just staying alive. And this is exactly what he needs to be doing in this point. And they can't hit him. They cannot hit him. Eventually, a shot connects from Lenane and a second one, but 88% might be too much to come back from.
Yeah, this is going to be tough, especially, you know, if you get something like a loose super that can absolutely clutch out.
Bueno, la de Chaos también con low.
Chaos, and that could be a bit of an opening as we have the loose super going the way of Clash and blocking off access to the center. BBG's is really looking to match that, so they can't really capture too much. But look at that, percentage-wise, it's so close. MMA
Ojo,
low
y Chaos
HP
también se mandó una recién, el low versus low.
Jason versus Guille. They keep tagging each other up. BBG's enters the zone, goes for the gadget, and that's going to be enough to secure that game. Match points for Navi.
Si es de Navi tan complicados, a ver.
Yeah, the ice block gadget there just available for BBG's at the right time. I thought he had honestly used them all really early on into the game, but perfect to have one remaining there, and he does get that win because of it. 90% to 100 in favor of Navi, and it looks very, very good.
Uno para Navi. Creo que si ahora es al mejor de 3, si gana Navi, serían 3, gana Navi, me parece. Sí, olvídate, a este nivel no pueden mezquinar eso. Los pases lo tienen todos, tienen que sacar rápido, sacar a skin, sacar los personajes, los brawls tienen que sacarlos todos. Todos tienen que tener los brawls a esta altura, me imagino. Porque no puede venir a competir siendo tan medido todo, está todo muy estudiado. Fíjate que luego llegan exactamente los mismos equipos, puede variar un brawl, pero tampoco es un brawl muy distinto de otro. El que varía.
Yep, so Navi
cumplen básicamente la misma función.
They don't want to take it any further than this, or even a game on a hot zone. They don't want to drop that either, because that's leading the potential to be able to take it on to this last heist map, and that's not what they want to be doing.
Sí, tiene fuleado todo.
Being
Fuleado
quite
todo.
good at heist in past matches, you don't want to be taking it match point against a team like Clash, and that is why they probably want to be closing out here going into this last game.
Potente, si lo gana Navi, ya son campeones, entiendo. Hay que ver si realmente es así, si entendí bien el sistema. Fíjate, los dos low en forma de espejo, cada uno de un lado, del mismo lado serían en forma de espejo. Al medio están peleando. Bell.
Able to quickly catch up as they have some pretty nice positioning. He does find the kill, and Jeden, it's not going to be an easy task for him to try to take down the Surge, but somehow a bit of an over peak there, as Navi are just going to be winding up that lead furthermore. They're now looking for Jason, but the dodges from Jason are so on point. Look at those bounces, finding so much value of everyone pretty much on the side of Clash.
Muy buena la de Guise. Muy buena la de
Nice dodges from Guise. Doesn't quite go down, but yeah, right now it's still a pretty decent lead for Navi.
Yep, must say. Super coming down from Lu though. And Lenane is maintaining this mid very nicely. BBG is able to juke that last shot from Lenane, and he is very, very low. Guise looking to try and pick him up, but MMA with a nice TP there. Going to be allowing the mid to be taken by Jason. Chaos going to be juking one of those shots now, and it basically is evened out in terms of percentage. And look at this position from Gear. It's going to be so difficult to get him out of that right-hand side now, and BBG's falling low instantly off the spawn.
Yeah, I don't know if MMA still has any TPs, but he could really have used
one
right there. I think he may have already run out. Nice kill from Gear as Clash. They take back the lead. They get a couple more percentages across the board. Right now, it's looking really good for them to close this one out.
Yep, Jason is here and ready to fight though, but a super perfectly timed from Chaos there to even out the super that BBG's had thrown down. And Jason is marked now as well, and mate is going to pick up that kill onto Gear, but a good lead for Clash in this game. Navi really need to make something happen right now.
Oh, that's a nice start. Chaos quite low HP, but Gear is going in for the flank. Gear picks up a nice kill.
Muy complicado.
Next to 4. I don't think there's anything that Clash, that Navi rather, can do at this point. It's gonna be game for AC Milan and Clash. We're all tied up in hot zone, but
se le escapa Navi.
The results of this next game are gonna be so important. The odds are so different here for both teams. As you know, for Clash, they're fighting for their lives still. If they win this next game, though, then suddenly we're going to set 5. They tie things up, and they're looking at a potential reverse sweep. Navi, if they win this game,
no tiene posibilidad todavía de cerrarlo. Sí, es que sí, a esa altura no te pueden jugar los nervios, no te pueden nada, tiene que ser frío. ¿Cómo anda Sentox? Hace mucho que no vemos Sentox.
Absolutely go either way.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you here, but if
si gana Navi, entiendo que ya está cerrado. Si gana Milan, pasan por último al último evento.
Losing this game if you are Navi, and it's not the place you want to be in if you are going to be dropping this set.
Yeah, it's definitely.
No sé si para el desafío, no sé si pedía. Se ve que el momento mejor es ir. Bueno, a ver si cierra,
A really good comeback to just get to tie things up.
Depende de Navi.
But we'll find out how this goes as both spells tag each other once early on, and afterwards it gets to a bit of a stalemate.
Yep, Lenane being hit again though, and MMA looking to try and some pressure
on the spot.
Just get tapped though. Mid control goes directly to him. Good shield collection though, I will say, by tapping a shot.
TP
coming in. This is the same as what Navi had Last game. Didn't last too long as Clash did bring something back, but they are going to take the lead in terms of percentage for right.
Yeah, early lead is going to be better than nothing, but we'll see in the long term if they're able to keep control. Gia with a nice kill onto BBG's. Oh, that was a close snipe from Jason, but it's not going to connect, and he's going to get tagged instead and pushed and pinched as well from Gia on the right-hand side. It's so close right now.
Me parece que está medio apurado, Guille. Está muy apurado, está jugando muy adelante, muy adelante. Pasa que, bueno, los nervios no debería, pero los nervios en estas instancias te llevan a hacer esas cosas, te llevan a querer apretar bien arriba.
Guille not going to have shots left for BBGs, and he does pick up the kill and stay up here. Good position from him, and he's going to heal just enough to tank one shot from the Nane, which is going to bring him to a decent amount of HP for Jason to be taking him down. They've evened it out here. Is going to stay on the zone a little bit longer, but Guille with a nice...
ahí le salió muy bien.
Super coming in from Luto, and that is amazing. Look at the value he is getting out of that. Lenane looking like he's going to go down once he gets frozen here. A little bit of a lead for Clash, but Navi looking like they've got a bit more control of the center.
Oh, y toda esa peleadita ahí de Guille con el Surge.
Just a bit behind, but that nice skill there actually could give a nice opening for Clash to get a couple more percentages, as Lenai is just going to be staying on the side as far as possible to not get surprised. This is a good kill from Chaos. This is looking good for Clash, Trav. I feel like they're getting closer and closer to the finish line, and soon enough we might be going to set 5.
Yep, they're edging the zone every few seconds, but look at Lenane, he is marked, however. Jason sitting at a nice amount of HP and not marked as well. Just to point that out as well, you know, Navi getting a decent amount of HP, decent amount of percentage now, and look at the kills coming in, and this could flip the switch right now if Navi can connect this shot onto Lenane.
No, lo que juega y Chaos también.
The lead once more for Navi. Jason taking quite a bit of damage. Chaos, yeah, that's not a perfect moment to pop the gadget, as he is going to go down.
And muy complicado,
they took back the lead, but not only that, they took it back very
muy complicado,
close to the finish line. 90% now for Navi. This is their chance to take down AC Milan Clash. And with 8 seconds left, I don't even think there's time. Navi, they pick up the win against AC Milan Clash. Not only do they take this game, also the set, the match, and the entire tournament. So congratulations to Navi for picking up a big win here against AC Milan Clash in the grand finals.
Against all odds, I will say, Teddy, first prediction
Navi. Merecidamente está. Me pareció acá. Gana el juega mejor.
Winning this game and the entire tournament, taking home the 1,600 euros. And not just that, but keep your heads high as they have beaten the Titan in Clash.
Y lo que pasa es que quedaba presionando muy arriba. Quedaba presionando muy arriba. Y son cosas que te lleva la presión del juego. Él los nervios del momento.
Was it final stand? No, it was not final stand. It was against Escobar. Man, absolutely unbelievable. I did not see that happen.
Sí, le voy a tirar el rayo a Ragnar. Yo vengo más tarde. Quería ver esto. Digo, bueno, acá se prenden algunos chicos, charlamos un rato.
But it is going to be Navi to pick up the W today, and therefore closing.
Es que si está presionando muy arriba, Guille, es la desesperación, el momento donde ves que no te salen las cosas, cuando ves que el resultado no te acompaña, no ves que lo que estás haciendo no va, entonces bueno, no te queda otra muchas veces que salir a presionar y caes en esa de ir y chocar, y vos lo único que querés hacer es ir y ganar, y te lleva a chocar, y bueno, y termina perjudicándose todo el equipo, pero bueno, se ve que no estaba conforme Guille como estaban las cosas. Pero bueno, ¿cuántos se llevan? A ver, creo que decía la plata ahí, a ver si lo pasa de nuevo. 800 euros, no se puede quejar, Guille. Creo que son 3 y un suplente, de si se llevaría unos 200 euros cada uno.
€200 each in the top 4. We got Escobar and Final Stand securing 400.
Había muchos equipos españoles, no llevé ninguno.
In second place was €800 secured, but then finally our grand champions of the event are going to be Navi with first place.
Bueno, vamos para de Ragnar entonces, a ver si pasan algo más. No creo que pase mucho más.
€1,600. That's quite a bit of money, Trav.
Yep, lump sum of cash going to them there, and well deserved, I will say at that. If you can
bueno, ahí se va a poner todo negro, no se asusten.
You deserve all the money in the
world. 100 por
and I must say,
y presentar y estar 2 minutos, porque la verdad que no hubo nada. Igual debe ser un bajón, ¿no? Porque uno va para ganar. Pero bueno, ya que no se pudo, bueno, te lleva unos pesitos, suma. Bueno, vamos a hacer el raid a Ragnar.
Yeah, great stuff here across the last 2 days. Some amazing teams, amazing matches, and I just want to give a bit of a round of thank yous. First of all, to the players and teams that participated. You guys played absolutely amazing across the last 2 days. I can't wait to watch some more.
Free Fire, me va a matar.
Obviously, thank you to everyone watching at home. Thank you to our production team, to Travis for joining me.
Somos cuatro.
For this event taking place in
si quiere ir se va y que si quiere quedar se queda.
Trav, do you have any closing remarks before we come towards an end?
Hey Omar, how are you?
Yep, I'm just going to say the exact same thing that you said, but I'm not going to repeat it, but just ditto what Teddy said. Thank you to everybody showing up and the players as well.
Oh, thanks. No, este es Gamarra, pero pesita. ¿Cómo andas, Gamarra?
It for the show. Thank you for the past 2 days of viewers showing up too. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Bueno, vamos a hacer el raid. Van, se prende por ahí con Ragnar. Muchas gracias por el confeti, Gamarra. Bueno, ya saben que son las 17:18, 2 horas y algo, 2 horas precisamente. Largo el stream yo. Ahora fue como un pequeño paréntesis en lo que siempre para ver la final de Brawl. Así que bueno, no para lo de... No, por lo de Ragnar. No, por lo de Ragnar. Y bueno, muchas gracias muchachos por venir a charlar un rato, que sea ahí con Bray y con COVID. Vamos para allá. Omar, I'm coming in 2 hours. If you there, I see you. If you can, I wait for you, brother.
Loco, ¿cuántos hielo, hombre? Mira. ¿Y para qué le corre, hombre? ¿Para qué le corre?